What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Asia session stream. I hope you guys are doing great. I am doing absolutely amazing as usual. Today, I ended up taking one trade, one win on my funded accounts. Still passing evals on the side too, but grabbed some lightning funded accounts to trade. So definitely happy with how the day went. We'll go over what happened yesterday. I know some people are gonna be like, "Hey, Amos, like your thesis on what was gonna happen within the Asia session did not work. Like, what's going on?" Uh, we'll talk about it. Yesterday, I still took a W with you guys during the Asia session stream, which is also a big reasoning why I'm like, "Hey guys, I have a certain way of thinking about the higher time frame, but this doesn't change the fact that I can take a trade no matter where, like no matter what. I can take a long, I can take a short, depending on the structure of the lower time frame. I am versatile. I know how to scalp, and I know also how to navigate those higher time frames. So I would say the scalping part is most of my success came from there. So yeah, but let's go over what I'm currently seeing. My game plan: the market is gonna open within the next 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Is our big open? Hell nah. Boring. Boring. Okay, we do have a daily candle that ends up closing as an inside bar, which is I don't know why the lighting is so different right now than yesterday. I don't know what's happening really. Let me try to fix that. I don't know why. Is it this? I don't know. It's weird. Sometimes it looks better than this in terms of the lighting. Like, it looks like I have too much light on me. Let me try to play around with this. Need a mod more, chat. Maybe if I bring this down like this, it's gonna be better. Yeah, it looks better like this, I think. A little bit less light. Yeah, all right, perfect. You have the validation from the production, so we're good. All right, chat. So how did you guys do today, though? Let's run a poll. Let's see how you guys did. Are you guys green, red, BE? Today I took a long. Actually, I'll show you guys exactly the long that I took. I took a long here. I was far. It was very far. I took a long here. Once we broke structure on the 15 here, I ended up taking a long back to feel the entirety of that gap. Usually, if we break within the gap, I am attempting a long to fill the entirety of that gap, thinking that we're not going to reverse until we feel the entirety of that gap, especially that upper portion at 290, which is the exact trade that I took. I went to the 1-minute chart, entered from this order block right here, paired with this gap, and then opened up, tapped it perfectly, and filled the entirety of that gap for a quick scalp. It was very simple, very effective. Ended up taking my profits very fast and making 1,000. I think I made $1,400 per account, which was around 7,000. Posted also on Twitter. You guys can recognize the shirt from the picture. It's the same. It's the same. It's the same. You pull out the chat right there, and then we'll go over everything that I see, my game plan, and also answer some questions if you guys have any. Let me make sure that my sound is good. Yeah, okay, it's the good sound. Okay. Yo, it's currently night. I'm gonna go to sleep and I'm seeing someone trade. Probably from Europe, but yeah, it's probably time for you to say night night. For me, it's time for me to take a trade very soon. So let's talk about what I see, my game plan, and where I think price will most likely go. So let's take a look at this daily chart. Remember yesterday, I saw how this daily candle closed, and I was like, okay, we're breaking structure to the downside. We're being very aggressive. We're sweeping highs, rejecting highs, breaking lows, and we're creating bearish structure on the higher time frame. So we're creating this bearish order block on the higher time frame. And usually when we create bearish structure on the higher time frame, we have very strong bearish candle closures. I usually never try to reverse the market until that daily low gets taken out. Okay. So for me, I had a bearish bias going into the Asia session. So then I was telling myself two things. I was like, okay, I am going to put out my fib right here. We're seeing quite a big rejection right here from this gap. And I do not like how weak, the closure was. I would have wanted to see, a strong push from the sellers and us having more conviction into shorts. But unfortunately, we did not see that. We had a very big bottom wick, which ended up being 180 handles. This is usually not the type of rejection I want to see if I want to be extremely aggressive right at the daily open. So then right there, I took the daily chart. I pulled out my fib from the high to the low. I was like, okay, I see this candle as a wall filled with sellers ready to defend their positions. But I'm going to give up on longs if we are we create a wick fill and then we push past 70% of that previous bar. When I see this, then I'll be attempting a long towards the daily high, which you'll see exactly what happened. We opened up yesterday. We created a clean, I would say, a reversal in a sense on the hourly here. Ended up going down from there, and then the trade that I ended up taking was off of that break right here. Ended up taking a short back down towards the 60s with Terrence, which ended up being a very good win. Took out my profits. Okay, perfect. At that moment right here, seeing how that rejection occurred, I am not going to be attempting shorts towards that daily low until I start seeing a very strong closure and the creation of lower time frame structure. Okay, so here we never truly closed below this internal low at 78 with displacement on the hourly. So for me, there was no entries. I waited even on the higher time frame, never saw any closures, and then we started to shift back to the upside during the London session. Okay, so if I pull out my fib, was trying to find the exact pinpoint, but this level right here is the level where I will absolutely give up on I would give up on sales back towards the daily low. Okay, it's going to be very hard for us to push back down and see that daily low even during the New York session. We open up, we push so hard during the overnight session, very aggressive. Then during the New York session, we open up, we go lower first, and at this point, I am still not telling myself that there is a chance of us seeing the daily low. The reason why is because we accepted past 70% of that print. So for me, if we reclaim that 70% again, then there's more chances of us seeing the daily high than otherwise. And here we just chopped within the middle of the range, which can potentially set up a good long towards that daily high, in my opinion, and also potentially seeing a long also towards the previous one, also which is 82. So currently, within this Asia session, is there a close on the daily that tells me that price has a very big chance of seeing an aggressive open to see that daily high? No. So I am going to be scalping within this Asia session. I am going to be looking for lower time frame structure using the same exact framework, but lower time frame structure, and exiting the trade very fast. So yeah, if the daily is not perfect, if it's not a very strong closure, there's no place for me off of the daily. I'm just, it can take up to 5-6 hours before hitting the target, and this is not the type of trades that I'm willing to take here live with you guys. I don't want to spend 5 hours in a trade with micros. I am entering with minis like a man and trying to hit my target as fast as I can. All right, so currently 23-6 within the last 29 trades that either resulted in a win or a loss. Okay, so I definitely did have multiple break-evens, but if it was a win or a loss within the last 29 trades, I won 23 and lost 6. Okay, so everything is documented here. It is a huge record. I like that. This is if I can reach 30 wins without losing more than 10 times, I'm him. But we're currently trading the 8 p.m. open so well, like we have such a good framework. We are being patient. I also like, there's a lot of instances where I took break-evens on trades that hit the target. I should have turned scalps into, I would say I should have turned intraday trades into scalps if I DCA'd, but I didn't. I did make some mistakes. If I did not make any mistakes, the record would have been way better. But we live and we learn. And yeah. Could we check gold? But like I said yesterday, remember I had that discussion with Terrence. Remember, a lot of people ask me for my gold analysis and what do I think is going to happen. Gold has a special way of moving. It's not true that you will find the same exact edge within different within different assets. The timings are different. The pullback, how deep the pullbacks are actually different. Also, the price discovery above a high or below a low is very different. Also, it's if I tell you my analysis on gold, it is going to be far less accurate than when I talk about NQ. When I talk about NQ, I talk about pure, like, backed with data and backed with everything that I know. Okay, when I talk about gold, it's pretty much like, yo, price is probably gonna go up or probably gonna go down from what I see. I could look at the chart the exact same way as I look at it on NQ, but the timings are gonna be different, which is really what I want to tell you guys before I get into gold. What do I think gold will do within this daily candle? Ended up wicking past, so closing above the daily opening price. So even if it closed as a pin bar and we have a gap below us, we are far closer. So look at the distance between close and stop loss and close and take profit. This is always how I see it. So let's say the close is here. If you would want to go for that unfilled gap, and this is your framework, okay, you're telling yourself within the last 3 days, buyers were so aggressive that sellers did not get a fair exchange. This area has low volume. Price will be attracted to that magnet, that low volume node. Okay, then one thing that you need to know is, okay, how much selling pressure did we have within the last day or the last 2 days that created the gap? And here, not much, because yes, we did see a very strong push below the 70s, but we wicked back up very aggressively. And now if I take a look at the distance between the close and the stop loss, which would be above this internal high, it's 39 points, and the close and the target, so the unfilled gap, it's 65 points, meaning that it's almost double, which means that it's a 1 to 2 risk to reward, meaning that you're probably not going to have anything above a 40% win rate, if you ask me. So the only way I could potentially look for a short is if we start seeing a lot of acceptance below the 70 level, and then try to short, predicting that we already formed the protected high of the new daily bar. So like, let's say if we open up, go higher within the Asia session, flip below the opening price, accept below 50% of that wick, and then New York opens, I would, if I am very confident that this is the high of the day, then I would try to stay alive within this whole range to then see the gap being filled. This is pretty much my how I would see it on the daily on gold. You could see those kind of structural plays being formed on the lower time frames and working as good. I'll give you an example. Here during the close, you had the last hourly candle failing to close above 25, which is the last candle's high. closing bearish and very strong. We have the unfilled gap right below us. Right here, you want to scalp the move from the close to the gap right here. Or while that candle was fluctuating back towards the gap, and this is exactly what we saw. We had them move back towards the gap right there. So, you know, this is something that I see on the hourly, the 4-hour, the 15, the daily. So pretty much a very clean framework. But currently on the daily chart, I would say there's more chances of us seeing 55 than the low of day. Than the low of day, actually. Yep. So any questions, make sure to type them in the chat right now, guys. It could be psychology, it could be anything. You know, it could be prop firm related, business approach, it could be anything really. I'm there to answer all your questions, especially while we're waiting for our brother Afiz to join. Oh shit, okay, it's all good. Okay, no worries. I requested my first ever payout 30 minutes ago for $371 after 3 blown funded accounts. We finally did it. Congrats, Jake. Congrats, my brother. Damn, that's huge. Even the first payout, take it, build confidence, know that it's true. When the money hits your bank account, I remember the first time, I really did not think anything related to this space was true until the money hit my bank account. I was like, okay, damn, this is not a scam. I think it was back in the first payout I received was in early 2023, and yeah, as soon as that first payout hits, you're like, okay, there is a way. There is absolutely a way to make this happen. Congratulations. If you only blown 3 accounts ever, you are ahead of 90% of traders. Enjoy the win. Yeah, I agree. If if you're worried about blowing 3 accounts, trust me, brother, you are on the right path. You are doing amazing. Lord Amasington, the king of plus sizes, the Gargatan conqueror, the XXL warrior. What's goody? Damn. Yeah, XXL, I agree, but what's up, brother? How you doing? Moss, should I buy another account? I have secured 3 payouts on my singular account and I want to start scaling, but I'm worried I get shifted to live. I don't think you should have any worries about being shifted to live. Even if you get shifted to live, it is not a bad thing. You know, having a live account, you have access to the Elite Live program, and you know, you have access to bonuses. If you treat it seriously and you truly make money on there, bro, it is far better than the sim environment. I'm telling you. But I would not be, I would not be scared of being put live. Even if you end up blowing that live account, you have like a 30-day timeout, and then you can go back and trade with Tradeify. You know, we're not gonna start banning you or doing any weird shit. Don't worry about this. Everything's gonna be all right. So I think if you receive 3 payouts back to back on the same account, man, you have the hard proof behind why you should keep trading that same system and why you should scale. I will not tell you what to do, but you know, if you have the proof, then you have true confidence. So do whatever your gut is telling you. It will rarely lie to you, I'm telling you, and especially if you're putting in the work. How do you look at price action going into September? Exactly the same way as I looked at it during the summer months, as I looked at it during Q1, Q2, Q3. Same thing. I am looking at my candles on the higher time frame, trying to project where is my next candle going to go, where is the closure of the next candle, positioning myself as a buyer or a seller and trying to go in and out of the market very fast to not be part of any market manipulations. I just want to be in and out, make my money, and bounce. This is how I'm looking at the market. I look at my higher time frame chart as if I was looking at a 1 minute chart, and I take my decision exactly like that. First payout, you got to switch up on your day ones. I agree. I agree. First payout, you block everyone in your friend group. You're not on the same level. You gotta switch up on the day ones, bro. They will just they will bring you bad energy. I've been struggling with over trading and revenge trading. What advice do you have and you can share? I tweaked that question because a lot of it I could not really read, but do you want, I'll ask you this. Do you want the answer that you want to receive, or do you want the real answer? The real truth. I'll ask you, and I'll wait for you to actually respond before giving you my honest thoughts. Do you want me to respond to the answer, to respond to the question, sorry, or do you want me to be honest? The real answer. Okay, you're prepared. If you've been here, it's gonna be things that I've said in the past for sure. But if you have problems with over trading, revenge trading, there could be two things that create those kind of emotions. Okay, there could be multiple things, of course, but number one, it could be your need for money. Okay, basically you need that money to survive. You need that money to live. Okay, this, if it's the reason why you are over leveraging or over trading, I'm gonna tell you one thing. If you need that money to live or to survive, that emotion will never get away from you. You will always feel the need to revenge trade, to overtrade, and to make your money back as soon as you took a loss. If you cannot need that money, okay, you need to treat trading like a side hustle for it to actually work. You need to be like, okay, whatever happens, I take what the market gives me. If it is a win, I walk away. If it is a loss, I walk away. And if you're really in need, then it's more of a mindset where you hunt for where you're gonna eat. Okay, so number one, if you're in need, the best thing that you can do is make sure that you work overtime to make more money, so then you don't feel that need. Okay, there could be multiple other factors. There could be the factor of under preparation, which is the thing that I talk about the most. A lot of people will have those emotions of revenge trading. They will have the emotion of over leveraging, and in my opinion, this is due to not having a well-defined system that you truly have extreme confidence in. If you truly had extreme confidence in what you do and your overall approach, then you would see the value of accepting a loss. Because if you keep trading the same system over and over again, you will eventually get out of that drawdown. But if there's no hard proof behind why you should act like this, why you should actually walk away after the loss, then you are probably, in my opinion, underprepared. You don't necessarily have the skill yet, and you need to put in more time into backtest in order to find more tweaks into your strategy, things that make it more mechanical, so you have less decisions to make and make it more mechanical. That's one thing that helped me a lot, I would say, within my process, journaling my backtest and building a lot of data, a lot of confidence in my strategy, a lot of proof behind why I should keep trading it. And if it's not one of those two, so the need or under preparation, then it's the number three, which is expectations. Okay, so you see like how hard it is with psychology, because every time you reach another I would say grade, okay, you get better. Now you don't need that money anymore. Okay, then now you don't need it, but you're underprepared. And now, okay, if you're not underprepared anymore and you truly have an edge, then you have what we call expectations. And if you have expectations, then um, it is something that you can calm down for sure, but it's usually one thing that will make you click buttons. So now that you know that you have an edge, and now you know that you can extract money from the market, you are seeing yourself with that money already before actually, respecting your rules and seeing the results of your strategy. And I would say what really happens, how do you build that emotion of that trigger? How do you feel the emotion of revenge trading? It's when you have expectations and they're not met, okay, and then you have the reality. The bigger the gap between your expectation and the reality, the bigger the emotion that will get triggered. Okay, so if you're one day away from requesting a payout, then you have huge expectations, and then if you take a loss, then you did not obey to that expectation. You did not really live up to that expectation, so now you're gonna feel a huge trigger, and you're probably gonna blow your account even if you were one trade away from requesting the payout. So I think in terms of expectations, it's really about the only thing that can really help you um, to not have any expectations within this market is what can I truly say about this, man? It's hard. It's hard. Staying grateful, man. Staying grateful, living in the present moment. But it's hard to not have expectations once you have an edge and you pour your life into this game, and you backed us the whole day, and you gather data, and you buy funded accounts, you buy evaluations, and it's your whole life. You're thinking about this the whole time. It's hard, it's hard, but um, I would say you're so much closer than you think. Once you're at that stage, once you're at the stage where you're battling with your expectations, you're very close to like consistently receiving payouts. Um, but I think most psychological problems are in the first or second level, which is either you're in need, or second, you have no clue that what you're trading actually does not work, and you don't have enough data to have the confidence of executing that strategy over and over again, and accepting a loss and seeing the value of accepting a loss. So that was the true honest answer, my brother. I hope I did not break your heart. I was it's the honest truth. Listen or read Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. Point being made by Amos. Bro, I never read that. I never read the Trading in the Zone. I'll probably I want to read more trading books. I definitely want to. I think like most of when I just talk about psychology overall, I just speak about what happened to me, like my struggles, and then like you cannot have a better psychological speech than someone who's like who tried everything really, and like saw his own mistakes throughout the way. And break my heart. Trading in the Zone is a lifesaver. Man, I need to look at it then. I need to thank you, that was helpful. But you see, like in terms of in terms of like psychology in general, I think it's very important, but anything related to, like, I think the real psychological problems that you will face once you're a good trader is the scaling part. Is going from accepting a loss that used to be 200 to a loss that is now 2000, which will put you in a situation where you will feel uncomfortable, but you need to feel that in order to grow. But anything that is not related to this is purely skill, in my opinion. Purely skill. If it's a discipline problem, it's because you don't have confidence. If you cannot be disciplined to truly wait for your setup, then that means that you don't even believe in your setup in the first place. Because if you did, you would have waited. That's how I think about it. Yeah. Psychological session, someone said. Psychology session. No, I just respond to some questions in the chat. Right now, currently, we've had very horrible openings of the Asia session, so it's pretty slow compared to what it was within. I would say we had a lot of luck when we started the Asia session stream. I would say for sure, like, we started with having sessions that were even better than the New York session. So, now it's a little bit harder to trade from the first hour, but All right, guys, let's start reaching the like goals right now. I'm definitely want to do more giveaways to you guys, and because I feel like if I'm not asking for the like goals super early, then a lot of people just join. They don't smash the like button, they leave, and then there's new viewers, and then we cannot push up to like 500, 600 likes. So let's reach 250 likes at first. I'll try to give away 3 to 4 accounts today. We are on a Tuesday, so yeah, 2 more days for the Asia session. We got to make up the best. We got to make the best out of those sessions. I am sweating. I'm telling you, when I am in a trade, like, I want to win the trade. Like, I want to keep my record clean. My goal is to be 50, have 50 wins before even reaching 15 losses. If I can do that, I'm him. Not having bracket orders when copy trading low-key tilts me. With what are you trading with? Like, what platform? Tradeify? Is there not bracket orders there? Sub bro, off topic. How does one burn excess belly fat to obtain a V-shaped physique? There's 2 ways you can go about it. Number one, the dumb way, where this is what I do. The dumb way, which is starve yourself to death to then obtain the fastest results, and you'll lose muscle. You'll lose muscle mass, but at that point, when you want to lose belly fat, you kind of don't give a damn about muscles. So let's say, like, what I used to do, especially when I would cut, is I would just eat 1 meal a day, which is usually what I'm doing, but I would not eat any sugar, so 0 sugar at all, and no sauces. So only, and also, like, I would not even eat rice. I would only eat potatoes, which were, you can have higher volume. It will fill you up more than rice for a smaller amount of calories. So how did I do it? Let's say the biggest cut of my life. Cardio every single day, eat once a day, drink a lot of water and coffee. And yeah, and don't eat sugar, eat potatoes instead, and a lot of meat. That's it. That's how I did it to burn belly fat and to have a six-pack. That was your question, I guess. How come Tradeify don't send a certificate for total requested amount when requesting from multiple accounts? That's a good question. That's a good. I think it's in the Discord. I think they're posting it in the Discord. I don't know because like right now they switched the payout certificate. Let me see. It used to be on Discord. Well, let me check. Let me check. Futures payouts. Yeah, actually they don't. I need to I'll check. I'll actually check for that. I'll actually send a I'm asking myself the same thing. I think it should be there, no? We'll talk about it. Everything related to those kind of things, I think, is the they're doing so many things, so many things. It's crazy, but I will definitely talk about it to the team. I think it's a good thing that you just pointed out. It's like very good, you know, very good feedback right here. Do you trade from your phone or computer? I never trade from my phone. Trading from your phone, in my opinion, is as a scalper is the recipe to make a mistake in terms of sizing, and also, you know, I don't know. I cannot feel focused. I can't. If I need to be in front of my PC, okay, huge table, you know, locked in my room, there is nothing else than this that you're seeing. There's two monitors in front of me. One is vertical, one is horizontal. There's my desk, nothing on it but a keyboard, you know, a mouse, and this. And there's the two things in the back. The couch where I never sit, never ever, and you know, the plant with the light. And it is pure silence. I think like trading when you have your bed in the same room, even that, you know, is the worst thing ever. You need to trade in a different room than different environment than when you're sleeping, of course. So I do not trade on my phone, and I make sure that the place, the environment that I trade in is extremely silent and extremely good for me. Amos, how many years? So yeah, we did the poll right here. What do you use to trade? Computer, phone, hacked smart fridge. Let me know, guys, if you're using your phone. I hate the phone. I just hate it. I freaking hate it. Yeah, I did not finish the answer. Sorry for that. When you asked about when you're losing weight, I am doing the dumb route. Okay, I am starving myself to death, and I'm doing a lot of cardio, so I lose a lot of muscle mass. But what you can do is doing a very slow cut. You will maintain everything, every bit of muscle that you have, but it will take you longer. So you just cut 100 calories in a week, and then you cut down again and again and again. Then your body will adapt slowly and burn calories slowly, but you're not going to put your body into heavy pressure where you're going to lose all your muscle mass. But for me, I don't really mind. Amos, how many years have you been trading, and after how many months or years you were profitable? I receive this question so much, and I always have the same answer to it. How many years I've been trading? It's been 4 years now. Did I treat it extremely seriously within the first year? Absolutely not. But I would say like full time, definitely 3 years and a half in those areas. I count myself, I always say this, I am extremely fortunate to be so young and to have so much time in front of me. And I had a lot of time, I would say, in front of me to backtest, and I did not have any responsibilities in my life. So the only thing I was doing for those 3 years were purely just trading and backtesting and journaling and consuming trading content. So I was very fortunate to do so. So my 3 years is probably someone else's 7. That's always what I say. If you do, if you're in front of the chart for 7 hours, 8 hours, uh, it's very different than someone who's treating it as a side hustle or does not have a lot of time to generate a feedback loop. That's how I call it. The feedback loop of, okay, I did this yesterday. How am I going to get better today with the data that I gathered yesterday? If you're not doing this, then there's a lot of work. There's a lot of work to be done, especially when you're trying to find your edge. So I would say, yeah, around 4 years. How many months or years you were profitable took me to become profitable? Hard question to answer because I received my payout after my first 8 months. Received like 5,000, and after that, I was there was a lot, and when I say a lot, I mean it. A lot of hard moments where I requested my first 5K, then 2 months after that was not able to respect one singular rule, or I was trading a different system. I kept looking to my left, kept looking to my right, and was like, damn, this guy has a higher risk to reward than me. This guy has a higher frequency of trades than me. This guy wins all the time. This guy makes this much. I don't. And I was always comparing myself. So it definitely took a while to see like very consistent gains. I would make a pretty big payout for, let's say, back-to-back payouts, 7,000, 8,000 for like 4 months straight, and then another 4 months without requesting any payouts. It was hard at first, but I would say it took me around like 2 years to start making like 2,000 consistently in a month. Yeah. But when I speak about like profitability in general, and when people ask me questions about how much time did it take you, or it's not about the time really, it's like the habits that you have, because I will have losing months still, but that does not make me a loser at the end. It does not make me an unprofitable trader. Even if I have losing weeks and I lose accounts sometimes, at the end of the year, I'm still net positive by a lot. Or at the end of the month, at the end of the quarter, I'm still net positive a lot. It's not about the wins and losses throughout the way. It's about your habits that you carry on every single day. It's exact when I speak about profitability, I speak about exactly the same. It's exactly the same thing as being in shape. If you stop working, if you stop going to the gym, if you stop eating right, then you will not be in shape anymore. And a lot of people see that profitability status as being a status that once you gain, you never lose, but it's far from being the truth. You need to adapt to the market conditions. You need to have a very well done playbook so you can take the advantage of having a better strategy that is working in different market conditions. You need like that aspect of, I would say, adapting to the market and having a dynamic approach makes it that you need to work every day in the craft. You cannot just click buttons and as soon as you have a good strategy, you just don't think about it anymore. It doesn't work that way, and it was never that way to me also. Like let's say last year, remember I requested $30,000 in payouts at the same exact moment. Remember, on Tradeify TV, I requested them live on Tradeify TV with my Lightning funded accounts. Exactly 363 days ago, I requested my first payout on Tradeify for 15,000 on 5 Lightning accounts. And on that payout, the strategy that I was using is not the same one that I made $30,000 this month on. It's not the same. And the reason for it is because that old strategy is not, it's still the exact same framework. It's still the exact thinking behind why I take the trade or why price moves from A to B, but it does not show up as much. So if it does not show up as much and I'm waiting for it the whole month, then I'm going to lose my edge. I'm not going to make money. I need to adapt. What's going on? What should I trade right now? What other plays in my playbook can I start trading to leverage those firms? If I don't know this, if I'm not over prepared, I'm gonna die. And that's the best example. The first two payouts, not two payouts, but the first 10 payouts I received on Tradeify, so on 2 sets of 5 accounts, were on different strategies that I do not even pay attention right now. I swear to God. It's just crazy. But it's the same framework, but I'm not waiting for the exact same things to happen. I don't answer in the same way. I answer a little bit more aggressively nowadays. But does that mean that I lost my edge? No, it's happening less frequently. So if you don't adapt, if you don't have that dynamic approach where you leverage another play in your playbook, then you're gonna be left behind. And there's two plays. The two plays that I utilized the most last year have such a low frequency this year. It is crazy. But I knew, because I saw that in my backtest, I knew some days like those were going to happen. I knew it. And I saw that in the past. I saw years where I had 300 trades on a certain strategy, a certain framework, and another year I had 120. And then I was like, damn, I would be waiting the whole day for nothing or to get into a loss streak. How would I actually react to that? And then that gave me a lot of awareness, actually, because most of the I would say the panic attacks that I would have would be in backtesting and not even in the live market. I don't have any like I don't feel any way when I trade. I actually don't mind. I feel like I've done the work to make sure that everything that all the data that I gathered in the past is legit, and I trade off of it. I took a lot of time to respond to that question. I know that. Off-topic days. What do you want to talk here? Let me know if you see a trade. If you have a signal, let me know. I'll full port in front of you. For me, we just opened within the Asia session. We are stuck inside a 30-point range. I would need to see the hourly candle either closing above 314 or closing below 62 in order for me to frame the direction of the next hour and frame how the next candle will most likely close. And then I would use the previous bar and be like, okay, if we trade above 70% of that previous print or below 70% of that previous print, I will stop looking at this exact bias and we'll flip it and we'll go in the opposite direction. And then I will do everything in my power to look at the lower time frames and look for a squeeze level. This is usually what I do. I look at my higher time frame chart, the hourly chart, and try to project the next candle close. And if I cannot find a read, if I look at the chart here and I'm like, okay, if I was looking at a 1 minute chart, would I buy or would I sell the next candle? And I'm looking at it in 1 hour, but I'm looking at it as if I had a 1 minute perspective. And here, I don't have a clue, a goddamn clue where price is gonna go. So what am I doing? Sitting on my hands, yapping. All right, my brother. So minimal carbs, no sugar plus starvation on cardio. What exercise and how long? Yeah, that's pretty much what I do. Starvation. Starvation at first, cardio, a lot of water. What exercise do I do? Play sports, man. Play sports because you're gonna get bored as hell. Just play sports. You know, go to a basketball court, um, go to a soccer field, call your friends. Go do a run. There's plenty of ways that you can burn calories in a good way. Go for a walk with your dog, or I don't know, with your sibling. Anything. Go for a hike. Anything that can potentially burn calories, do it. How old are you again, Amos? I am 23 years old. I just turned 23. I was 22 a month and a half ago. That's a good plan, Migs. 100%. I like your plan. Yeah. People that trade on their funds, bro. Shit. Imagine you hire someone. Imagine like I had a business, okay, and I hired someone, and that guy is a trader. Bro, I would be so pissed. That guy is looking at his phone every 5 minutes, looking to see if he could potentially scalp a move in the toilets. Bro, I would fire the freak out of him, bro. Get out. I hope if you have a job, like a normal job, that you don't tell anyone that you're trading, because they are gonna as soon as they understand what you're doing in the bathroom, you're cooked. You're out of there. Do you ever not want to trade? Like you need a break? Damn, that's a good thing that you said. Yes, yes. And I don't feel like I'm missing out on money too. Like I don't care. Like sometimes where you just need a break. You just know that you're on a dry streak. It happens usually when I'm on like a big break-even streak, like win loss, win loss, win win, loss loss loss, win win. It's like it's gotta be it's exhausting to me. So then I would say I never do like breaks that are more than 2 days. Like I would take a break from like Thursday, Friday, going into the weekend too. So Saturday, Sunday, and then come back on Monday. But yes, I do feel like I don't want to trade sometimes. I don't feel like I'm missing out on money either. If it's for my mental peace, if I need a reset. Like let's say I go on vacation. Let's say I go to Miami with Tradeify, bro. I'm not opening up the chart, bro. I don't care. Bro, I'm not I don't care. Like I don't I actually don't mind. One thing with me is that I hate to put unnecessary pressure on me. Of like I don't want to think about anything. I don't want to think about anything when I'm on vacation, especially if you trade on vacation, you're a psychopath. Like why are you going to put the emotions of taking a loss in the morning and carrying it throughout the whole day while being on vacation? Like what are you doing? Just close the chart, free your mind, and come back after. Especially if you copy trade your accounts and stuff, and like, bro, it's the worst. I did it, and I decimated my accounts. I'm telling you, I decimated my accounts. It's not even worth. No, I don't trade from England. Do I sound like I'm from the UK? At Ulbrev. Yeah, I can explain, of course. Someone is asking me, can you explain how does the consistency work on the 150K select? I bought one. and I am 90 bucks away from making 9,000. Okay, I'll tell you. So with that 150k select, okay, you have a 40% consistency rule during the eval. During the eval, what does that mean? You have a certain profit target, which is 9,000. Now $9,000 of PT, profit target. So the consistency rule means that your biggest trade cannot be greater than 40% of 9,000, which equals to $3,600. If you get past that $3,600, your profit target will be, let me not make any mistakes, either quadrupled or times 5 every single dollar that you are past that 3,600. So you never want to get, you don't want to push past that consistency rule, but that's the rule. Okay, so then how do you calculate the new consistency? Okay, let's say right now you're past 9,000 and you think you need 50 bucks, but you don't necessarily know if you exactly need 50 bucks. Let me pull up my calculator here and let me make sure. But I think you just divide your biggest day by 0.4. Okay, yeah. So let's say you have it on your dashboard, but let's say for some reason you made 3,800 on your biggest day. How do I calculate how much money I need to make? So my new profit target, new PT, and my new PT would be 3,800 divided by 0.4, which is 40%. And then that would equal to 3,800 divided by 0.4, 9,500. That's not that bad. This is not that bad. So it's actually not that bad, even if you get past it. It's when you have like a 20%. If you have like a 20%, that sucks. Yeah, it's when you have a 20% on the lightning. Oh my god, yeah. If you have that's yeah. If you have a lightning funded account, that would be times 5. that's the calculus right there. It would be times 5. Shit. Yeah, that would be bad. So don't get past your consistency rule on your lightning funded account, or you're better off just closing the account. I swear to God. If you have a 20% consistency rule and you go $1 above it, it's times 5. Just make sure you know that. So let me look at other comments above it. Yeah, only vibes today. Only vibes. Vibing. Vibing hard, my brothers. Do you believe in copy trading or rotating accounts? Okay. If you really want to make sure that your request to payout and you have the lowest variance possible, meaning that you really want to receive a payout, then copy trading your accounts has the highest variance, meaning that the difference between the worst possible outcome and the worst possible outcome is huge. Okay, meaning that if you lose the account, okay, you're not going to lose 1, you're going to lose 5, which has a bigger initial investment, and will take you more time, more money to invest. Also, if you want to have like very low variance, meaning that the worst possible outcome and the best possible outcome is very close to each other, and basically that you have a lot of chances of requesting the payout, then you take 3 accounts, 1, 2, 3. You take the same exact strategy, but you just don't take the same exact trades. Okay, make sure you're not hedging though. But then you take a trade here, a trade here, a trade here. Okay, that one loses, that one wins, that one loses, that one loses, that one wins, loses, wins, wins. Then here, if you have 3 different accounts and you were not copy trading them, okay, wins and losses are completely randomly distributed, meaning that even if you have an edge, a sample size of 10 is so small and is way too small to see the real edge within it. Meaning that no matter how much you are trying to force a payout, it is purely off of statistics and purely off of random distributions. So it's not skill on a span of 10 on a span of 10 trades. Okay, so here the if you really want to receive a payout, you want to make sure you receive it, then you split your risk between many accounts, and here you'll see the likelihood of you being on the right side of the random distribution on at least one account if you have a low enough risk to reward is extremely high. So then good job, my brother, you just received a $2,000 payout, which can probably, or let's say 3,000, which is probably going to cover for this cost, that cost, and probably the cost of all the other accounts that you're going to buy after, which is exactly how I trade. Hell yeah. Does that make sense? So do I believe in copy trading? Yes. If you have yes. Is it the best way to make sure they receive a payout? No. Why do I do it? Because I'm greedy. Because the reason why I do it is because I can't be patient for 1 month and receive a $2,000 payout. For me, it does not make sense time-wise with the amount of hours that I put in front of the chart, you know. So that's like the portion of the business approach that no one talks about, which is, all right, if you want the lowest variance possible, if you really want to request that payout, you buy 5 accounts, you pass 3. Okay, you buy 5 accounts. I'm telling you, if you really want payouts, you want to rinse, you buy 5 select accounts, $497. If you really want luck within those accounts, you use Codamos, but I'm joking. Wait, let's say $497. You buy 5 selects, 50Ks. Okay, let's say you have a 50% pass rate. Okay, let's say you buy, yeah, you buy 5 for the bundle. Okay, let's say you pass 3. Okay, 3 passed, 2 failed. Okay, that's good. But you invest, nothing is coming out of your pocket but this. So you're down $497 in your bank account. Okay, you have 3 passed, now 2 failed. Perfect. Then I'm going to take those 3 passed, treat them one by one. I'm going to take similar trades off of the same framework but at different times of the day. And then one of those, if you have a low enough risk to reward, will be on the right side of the random distribution, which, let's say, like in theory, okay, if you really like take the worst possible scenario, it would be one of them would be on the right side. So W, you can request, let's say, a $2,000 payout. Another one would be a complete L, so you lost the initial investment. And then here, let's say you would be B. Okay, that would be like probably the worst possible outcome if you have like a 1-to-1 or lower than this. And then what you do is that with that 2,000, did you really lose money on those? The money is already out of your pocket in the first place. So then you think about it as a business. Okay, you now have a $2,000 payout. Okay, 90% profit split. Okay, so 10% of that is 200. So you have $1,800 of net profit. Then you subtract that by 497. You're net positive 1,303. That's the maths that I do for props. Does that make sense? you know. So that account, let's say, would be blown, would be gone. That account would be B, so it's not gone. So you can still be on the right side of the random distribution on the month after, which could make up for that again and again and again and again. So of course, if you really want me to tell you the truth, if you're copy trading, you can make big bucks, but you can lose big bucks. If you buy 5 accounts and then you don't copy trade, your risk, you split the risk between those accounts, the likelihood of you receiving a payout that covers your cost is extremely down, is insanely high. If you know what you're doing, though, everything works once you truly have an edge. Everything that I said here works when you have an edge. If you don't think that it would work, those maths would work, if you're like, if you don't have an edge, you're never going to be able to pass that account in the first place. You know, all of that comes from the fact that you are going to have a 50% or 40% pass rate. You see how I view it as a business? Okay, the account that I buy, I don't view them as, you know, I don't view them at all as a cost. It's not a cost. It's an investment. I'm going to lose money. Okay. But how much am I going to make if I can convert either one singular account to a payout? 17x, 15x my initial investment on that one singular account. Okay, if I bought 5 and I was able to pass 3, okay, I'm still making 3, 4, 5x my initial investment. That is the game. You see, that is the game. This is why me and Tradeify are making, like, we're putting a lot of efforts into, we're going to put a lot of efforts into building some sort of masterclass for you guys that teaches all of this, that teaches the ins and out of prop firms, not just, you know, not just, hey, support, hey, resistance, hey, liquidity. No, there's way more than just this. There's like even if you have an edge, if you don't know how the prop firm game works, you don't know how to, like, what account types to buy, how much money you need to invest in depending on the risk to reward of your strategy, what are your expectations related to the strategy, also how much are multiple that you should make in a month, and that those expectations, depending on who you are as a person, you should opt for this account type so you don't get triggered and you don't blow the account at the end of the month. It is a far bigger learning curve than you would think when you think about all of this and treat it exactly like a business. And now you see, like, what I meant by under preparation. If you don't know all of this, how do you don't know what you don't know, you know. Whereas Afiz, I think Afiz is going to be late today. How the F do you write so well with the pen on the computer? Joey needs some lessons. Oh no, I actually don't know. I have some good drawing skills for sure. I trade on the toilet. All right. I hope you don't have shit results, Braid. Do you have emotions while trading? Yes, of course, because I still feel emotions when I'm trading, like when I'm in a trade, I still feel something because I trade so aggressively, I scalp. But I never truly feel anything until I'm close to the payout. I swear to God. Nowadays, because I truly don't need the money anymore. But when I'm like 1 or 2 trades away from the payout, like, I am sweating. I am cooked. Someone said, no matter how many accounts you think you will blow, it's not gonna be as much as you pay for college. Of course not. Of course not. That is good math. Yes, 100%. And if look, in my opinion, like right now with the thing that they bring up with the bundle, if you're still buying one account by one, you're shrinking your margin as a business owner. If you there is stocks in front of you, look, you're let's say you own a pizza place, and then there's this guy in front of you that offers you everything, all the toppings for $100. Okay, but he tells you have 5% off if you take double of this, and then you're gonna be like, no, you know what? No, I am not gonna do this. I am gonna buy them one by one. And what's gonna happen at the end? You make 5% less. GG's. You end up paying 5% more for that. So like as a business owner, when you are, of course, when you are at the scaling part, that 5% makes a difference, especially when you think about the cost of, like, if you need to look at the market also. You need to look at, okay, who's the competition? Because I work for Tradeify, yes, but I promote the product also because it's, in my opinion, it's the best in the game, especially the 50K select. There is nothing that is remotely close to that, in my opinion. The biggest payout cap in the industry for 50K, of course, we have the 40% consistency rule, but it is the cheapest. So knowing that a 50K account is usually what most people should go with in the first place, because let's be honest, the drawdown to profit target ratio, the initial cost, usually before going into bigger accounts, you want to have multiple payouts and not have to risk your own money using the money that you already made from payouts in order to reinvest into the business. You don't want to take unnecessary risks before you start truly making money. So the 50Ks, once you buy that 5 bundle, 5 accounts, it truly is an edge. It is an edge. There's also no fees. Yeah, no recurring fees. Exactly. In my opinion, the 50K select, it's not even a debate. They're the best. They're the best. By the way, you're saying, like, I see, take notes, Marvel, what you said. The fact that Tradeify has a 3K profit target clears the dog water out of them. Clears. Payout cap, 3K payout cap versus 2, clears. Goodbye. No debate. There's no debate. A 50K account with 3K payout cap, bro. Telling you. What do you recommend to risk on a 50K account? Again, those kind of questions, I receive them all the time, and I cannot tell you how much to risk on an account. Number one, I'm not a financial advisor, NFA. Clearing my name, NFA, bro. But no, listen, I choose my risk. There is an appropriate level of risk that I can take on every trade because I know my strategy so much. What do you need to know in terms of your strategy, in terms of the KPIs of your strategy to make the right decisions on the risk is the risk of ruin. How many back-to-back losses can you actually take within a 100 trade span, 100 trade sample size? If you have a low risk to reward, then it doesn't make sense for you to risk a small amount because you know that the likelihood of you seeing a big losing streak is close to none, which is why I trade that in the first place. Low risk of ruin. Let's say for me, usually the trades that I will take is 0.8 risk to reward, not even 1-to-1. 1-to-1 or 0.8 risk to reward. What does that mean? It means that I'm risking either the same amount as I'm willing to make, or I'm risking even more than I'm willing to make. What does that do though? On the scale, if I take a look at the pure maths, the pure statistics around it, if I have a 75% win rate with a 0.8 risk to reward, which is extremely achievable if you have edge, then it means that on a series of 100 trades, the likelihood of you experiencing anything above 5 back-to-back losses is 3%. 3%. If there's only 3% chance of me experiencing a 5 or more trade losing streak, do you think I am not going to risk 20 to 25% of my drawdown on every trade? I am going to do that. You know, so that's how I find my risk. If you have a 1 to 2 and you have a 50% win rate, if you are trading with the same risk as me, you're exposing yourself to unnecessary risk. There is, for your strategy, it's called this is what we call, what's the word, Kelly criterion. There is an exact, mathematically an exact amount of risk percentage of your drawdown, sorry, percentage of your account size, so same thing, of your drawdown for prop firms, that you should risk, or you're either letting money on the table, or you're over or you're, let's say you are under risk. Okay, so same thing. Or if you are trading past that exact pinpoint risk amount, risk percentage, you are over risked, and you are going to see your risk of ruin being doubled. Do you blow accounts, yes or no? Yes, I do. I have a very good relationship with it. I blow them because I have a business plan, business approach, where, let's say I have select accounts, I will go aggressive trying to build my buffer on the first few days to then go for flip days, which is one hell of a strat, but I don't recommend to do that until you are very good, until you have a lot of, I would say, a lot of experience and a lot of, like you don't really care about losing those accounts in the first place. $50K account is the same. It's absolutely not the same. Ian Alderman, unfortunately, it is not the same at all. I cannot say any other names, but I can tell you, I can guarantee you it's not the same. Let me see here. Let me get some more comments. Then buy another account for 500, so you're left with 800. Then minus taxes, you have 400 on that. Why would you buy one account for 500, or you can buy 5 for 500? If you buy that $500 account, it's not for the same purpose though. Yeah. All right. I'll respond. Where is it though? Okay, there's a, yeah. Okay. Why do you like select over growth? I don't. It's hard to say, and I don't. It's like every account has their pros and cons. Like the growth. If you're buying the growth, it's because you value your time. Either the growth or the lightning funded account, you value your time more than the initial investment that you put in the first place to buy that account, to purchase the evaluation. So if you buy a growth account, it's probably to pass it in one day, or to utilize that one day pass. And it is good to pass it in one day. You don't have to worry about opportunity cost and the fact that you could be missing out on a winning streak that could yield you thousands of dollars instead of just trying to pass an evaluation. That would be like the perk of having a growth. A select account, the perk of it is that you don't have any consistency rules on the funded. If you don't have any consistency rules on the funded, then that means that you're free. It's a live account. Okay, so then you can be very aggressive, taking advantage of I would say the fact that there's no consistency, of course. So letting your runners run and using, I would say, exponential bet sizing, meaning that you're free to risk the amount that you want, but you have, let's say, $2,000 drawdown or a $4,500 drawdown. Let's say if you see your A plus setup and you judge that this A plus setup is exactly like it was pocket aces in poker, then you can decide to enter heavy and get paid on that day extremely well for that decision. Is it the bet? Like, of course, the select account, in my opinion, if you want it to be beneficial more than the growth, then having a higher risk reward, letting your runners run, is going to be more beneficial for you. If you have an extremely low risk reward, then I would say lightning accounts are better for you, or growth accounts are better. Pure myth. Pure math. It's so true. It's always when you're close to a payout. I think that's what I'm feeling now. Yeah. If you're close to a payout, oof, lower your expectations, my bravo. I remember the last cycle of lightning funded accounts, it tortured me, bro. Last day, twice in a freaking row, twice. I was $500 away from requesting the payout. On both days, I had the biggest expectations, and this happened a month and a month and a half ago. And both days where the trade did not hit, I hit daily loss limit. Oh God. What's up, TG? How you doing, my brother? I think about you late at night before I lay my head down on the pillow, Moss. I do the same, TG. So it's current. Yeah, the Asia currently is dead, but it will pick up very soon. It will pick up very soon. So currently, seeing price displacing below 80, which is the previous hourly candle's low, but we're still trading within this 4 p.m. 1 hour candle. So for me to look for a trade, I would want to see us closing below 62 very aggressively, and probably would look for an aggressive open after that. We could have a trade. Let's just see if we can accept price below 61, and then we'll definitely frame a trade for the 8 p.m. open. That's usually what I like to do. But yeah, currently I think it's better to stay out. We are stuck inside a 50-point range. This is pretty much the only the first move we're seeing back towards the low, so we'll stay patient here. Stay patient, chat. Thanks, Moz. Good info. Appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate you. That's what we try to do. That's what we're here for. What do you mean about cycle? When did I say that? I said cycle. Are we talking about trend cycle? Are we talking about a good old roid cycle? No, I don't remember. Can you let me know what I was talking about when I said cycle? Either payout cycle, or I said, what did I say? Because I say that word pretty often, but I don't remember what I said when I said cycle. It's either I said payout cycle. Pretty sure. Real, I might get out just to save some mental capital. That's a good thing. Tyler and Moss on psychology would be fire. Facts. Tyler is one of those rare ones where when he starts talking about psychology, you're just fired up. You're going into your next trade with the biggest confidence in your life. Okay, what is the like goal for the giveaway? 250 for the first like goal. Check, come on. Let's reach 250 likes and we'll do, you know what, man? Currently I'm alone. I can cope. 150k select. This is what I'm gonna do tonight. We're gonna do 150k select only. So on the first like goal, it's 150. So it's 250 for first like goal. Second like goal, let's reach 350, and then we'll negotiate. After that, we negotiate. I need to see you guys applying some pressure before. I want to see you guys being hungry. So let's see. So 250 likes for the 150k select. Moss, are you showing us some love with a giveaway? Yes, that's what I'm doing right now. So make sure to smash a thumbs up. We appreciate you guys so much. The love and the support has been crazy within the Asia session, also during the AM session. But truly a blessing to be there. 100%. That was for the bundle-based offer example. Your chat is no. I just read all the comments. It's not lagged. It's just I just want to get past all the comments. Sometimes I just don't want to miss anyone. I don't think I missed anyone like with a like a valid question. Yeah, I think the Forge account is already sold out. I am definitely gonna look for a setup soon, so yeah. Currently 23-6 within the last 29 trades. So looking to make that 24 to have, and that would be 4 KD. That would be 4 KD right there. 6 times 4, 24. My KD is above 3, I'm good. Moss, I really appreciate the details you put into your responses to questions. Thank you. Appreciate you, Harry. Appreciate you so much, brother. Means a lot. If I can help even one person in this chat that had a question, you know, blessing. Also believe that once reached enough money in a bank account, that will help your psychology as well. No fear of losing as you have enough to get some more. True, but only true if you are someone who practices gratefulness every single day. Because in life, you will always get bored of what you have. That's the nature of a human. Even if you have a beautiful watch, you'll get bored. Beautiful car, you'll get bored. Beautiful house, you'll get bored. You always want more. never satisfied. But you will truly be satisfied if you know you're lucky to be in the place that you are currently. And I don't think, you know, I would say like most people either live in the past or live in the future. So when they live in the past, they're depressed. When they live in the future, they're anxious. But like being grateful is the only moment where you live in the present moment. The only one. And there's a quote, I think, I don't remember who said that, but there is no place for anxiety when your cup is filled with gratitude. You can't be anxious because you're not thinking about the future. You're just grateful to be in the place that you are currently. You know, so I don't think it's about how much money that you have in your bank. It's what is your reaction to having that amount of money. Because, you know, I'll give you an example. Like the amount of times I did that in the past, I would be like, okay, as soon as school ends, I'm gonna do this, and then I would not do it. As soon as I'm free here, I'm gonna do that. You're never gonna do it. Why? It's not part of you, because you need to be that person before actually having it, you know. So I think of course it does help. In order for you to reach that amount of money, though, you need to be a monk. You need to be a monk in the first place. Yeah, it's a very good push here. We're definitely going to be looking for a trade very soon. Yes, yes. So here, very strong closure below 62, which is exactly what I wanted to see. I could, if we see that candle closing as weak as this, definitely will look to scalp 211,000%. Damn, if you have one foot in the past and one foot in the present, you piss. No, someone said if you have one foot in the past and one foot in the future, you piss on the present. Yeah, true. Who's in shorts right now? Who's in shorts? Who's banking on those shorts? I would say with how this hourly capitulated on the previous one, usually I never want to trade those inside bar candles because we could just open up in both direction really in a very strong way. I would say this candle definitely ended up closing very weak, which probably could have turned that into a scalp. I can see the opportunity for some people that took that short, especially like around 280. 280. Oh shit, I actually need to order my food right now. Right now. Right now, my brothers. What do I eat tonight? Let me know. Right? It's been a long time. I haven't done those solo sessions, guys. Damn. Those solo sessions they hit diffy. I feel like I can just read every single comment, have like a huge impact on your, like I control your mood. I literally control your mood. Sending the good vibes. Noodles, good old noodles. Ribeye. Yo, I'm kind of tired of ribeyes. That's right. I've had 3 ribeyes this week. I think this week, just being honest, I think I spent just last week. I think I spent like $600 on restaurants. 200 each day. I don't go out. No, actually way more. I spent $800 on Uber and $600 on restaurants. That in a week. That's pretty bad. Yeah, I need to stop, chat. That's 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 5% of my previous payout. Okay, what does Amos eat tonight? Tacos, sushi, pizza. Okay, maybe pizza. I think pizza's the play. I would have I would have I would have smashed some tacos though, but there's no good taco spot close to me. There's no good taco spot, unfortunately. What's your definition of hard work in trading? Hmm, that's such a good question. What's your definition of hard work in trading? Okay, there's always two types of workers, the hard worker or the smart, the person that, of course, yes, he puts time, but he puts time into the right things. In my opinion, you will get way more by just going into the chart, going into backtest, and understanding where the next candle will close on the higher time frame, then looking at any YouTube videos available of this strategy. Any. So what do I think is someone that is hardworking in trading is something that is building himself, someone who is building himself a feedback loop. What does that mean? I'll give you the example of either a professional gamer or a professional chess player. When you play chess, you can play chess for 3 years. And you play chess every single day. And then at a certain point, you will reach what we call a plateau. You will obtain the maximum amount of skill that you could have with the amount of time that you spend in the game. You will plateau. You will not be, every time you will spend 5 hours into the game, you will not get better. What will get you better at that point is feedback. VOD reviewing your game, knowing where you went wrong, knowing where you went right. And that for me is a smart chess player. Same thing for trading. If you're not building yourself a feedback loop of, okay, I am in backtest, I am trying to understand why price moves from A to B, or why is this trade, why are all my losers looking alike, and why are all my winners the same also? And once you build that feedback loop, in my opinion, this is smart work, good work, and work that will make you advance as a trader. If you don't have this and you rely too much on decision making, then what are you holding on to? This is why, like, I have a problem with discretion. What are you holding on to? What is your feedback loop? Every time you lose it, you made a mistake. Every time you won, you made a mistake. You did not make a mistake. That it's not true. In trading, like trading in general, is very hard to grasp as a normal human being, because the outcome, having, let's say, a win or a loss, does not mean that you're on the right track at all. You could get lucky for 6 months and end up giving that money back to the market after, which happens to a lot of people. But if you have a good feedback loop of, I want to have a system that I'm working on every single day so it reaches its full potential, and I can reach my full potential within that system too. It all derives from having a good edge in the first place, in my opinion. 100%. So that's my definition of being a smart worker in trading and a hard worker too. Because you can, like, hard work, you can spend 9 hours a day in backtest looking for sweeps of liquidity and shifts in market structure, and then just lying to yourself that it works. You can do that too, but this is not, like, yes, this is hard work because you're putting in the time, but you're not getting better. You know, at a certain point you will plateau. What like, why am I looking for this? Why does it move at this exact moment for that exact reason? There's a quote that says, the more you sweat in practice, the less you bleed in war. And that is everything, in my opinion. The more you sweat in practice, the less you bleed in war. Taco Tuesday could be a Taco Tuesday actually. Bro, I actually need to lock in. I don't know what the fuck am I doing. I need to order. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna order pizza. I think my fat ass want to order some pizza. Damn, guys. I think I might. That's the lowest one on the poll. He said, "Damn, no. Fuck. You guys don't want me to get fat." Damn. Keto pizza? Nah. Let's see. Offers. Let's see if there's any offers. We're gonna try to be some rats here. Rat it out. You know what? I'm just gonna order pizza. Fuck it. I'm just gonna order pizza, chat. And also Brett. Brett told me like I need to like make a series where at least once a week or like once a month I cook with you guys. I cook for like an hour. Like I'm in my kitchen and I just cook. Thank you. Brent said it. I'm cooking every day with those trades though. All right, I'm gonna order some pizza right here. Buy one, get one free. It has to be a scam. Every time I see buy one, get one free, it's like I'm telling myself like, why are they doing it? Is it because there's gonna be like expired expired food, so they need to get rid of it ASAP at like a break-even stage, or are they actually like promoting marketing? You see, like I always have like I'm always asking myself questions. I ate sushi on I ate sushis on when? On Sunday. All right, ordering this, ordering that, and then ordering this also. So ordered 3 pizzas. I will demolish one by my own easily, and the fam can take the rest. How much do you guys think it is? But $90 worth of pizza. Fuck. I am tweaking. Wow. Shit. No, because I ordered it, and this spot is like pretty much 50 minutes away from my home. Samti vient de blow offended. Damn. Samti, lock him, my brother. What the fuck are you doing? Are you a pineapple guy? Can we run a poll? Who likes pineapple on his pizza? I don't think I never tried it really, but I don't think I would dislike it. I think I would be good with it. I'd watch that. Yeah, who wouldn't watch me cook some food? And I would do a taste test and it would be terrible. Actually, you should eat all of the above. You need lots of calories, all right? I'm not getting fat shamed. I'm getting shamed from being skinny. I have a sleeper build, guys. I just can't show it. Trust. All right. Who likes pineapple pizza? I do. I have I have no taste. Disgusting. Oh shit. Let's see, let's see. It's 50-50 currently. Also should buy a pressure cooker. Best thing ever. Put all the ingredients and leave it, and it comes out banging. Is that not like a air fryer? Is that the same thing? Or it's two different things? I have no clue yet. I don't cook. That's all. Do you think it's gonna reverse? Hell no. I think price will stay below that opening price. Tokyo Open for me right now is a short. Full porting some shorts. I see that question a lot. I'm sorry I did not respond to it. Let me see, let me see. There was a question about like the gap fill. Hi Amos, regarding your setup involving the 15-minute gap projection, if the 3-minute fair value gap is further away than the M5 gap, which one should you choose? Look, I'll be honest. If you trade off of the 15-minute fair value gap projection, it is what I call an intraday volatility scalp model, meaning that you are trading off of quick sweeps, quick conversions, market participants being squeezed very fast, and you want to move that is like instant. So anything above the 1 or 2 minute is kind of a stretch. I would not try to go for a 5-minute and try to go for like an external high or even like the most recent high. I would just go for a point size, let's say like 15 points, 20 points, and leave and bounce out of it. That's what I would do if I was trading the fair value gap projection. Do I trade this model? No. Did I show it in the past? Yes. On YouTube, yes. I think it's great value, especially if you're a beginner or if you trade props. I think there's plenty of good trades that you can take with those. But for me, I view it as a intraday volatility scalp model. I'm not sure normal, not even a joke. What happened? With 850K. Let me know, bro. If you're in some bullshit, bro, just let me know, bro. I'll hook you up. I'll hook you up with some accounts. Stream your soccer game, bro. I'm not as good as you think. I love pineapple and ham on thin crust pizza. I get judged a lot. Is ICT and SMC the same thing? I never truly looked at those concepts really. I'm not someone who consumed as much content as you would think at all. I swear. I always had the mindset of if something is available online for free, then it means that the likelihood of me seeing gold in it is pretty slim, which I know is very pessimistic of someone in general, but I always had this mindset. I always had the mindset of I need to self-teach. I see this as exactly like if it's a sport. No matter how much content I consume, it's about me putting the shots, you know, trying it, understanding it on my own with my own way. Like I'll give you an example, like basketball. It's free throws or just having a good shot in general. Like even if you understand exactly what is the exact mechanic of how to place your hand, how to, you know, get your hand up and stuff, it's about putting the reps at the end. It's like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's about putting the reps. You don't learn how to swim by watching people swim. you learn by throwing yourself in the water. That was pretty much my mindset the whole time. But yes, I was very pessimistic about the whole trading space, and I am still. I am still. I'll be honest, I am still. Bro's form is not looking right. All right, look at this form. Look, and you do this. See that celebration? That's how you know I'm a hooper. You know, you do this. Yeah. Yo, how do you want to have good form on a freaking live session like this, bro? Like, you don't even see my arm straight. If I did this though, I saw a video of someone doing this. Okay, the real question is, when you shoot a basketball, do you say Kobe, Curry, or MJ? Do you say Jordan? Do you say Kobe? Or do you say Curry? Let's try to pull. Let's try to pull. I need to know. I'm from the Kobe era, 100%. So, Kobe, Jordan, or Curry. If you say Curry, you're probably under 18, and you need to get out of that stream. You actually need to get out of that stream. Shit. For me, it was Kobe. All the way. Every time someone would shoot, do you still play video games? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I think it's a good thing to do before you go to sleep. Not like go like 1 hour before, but just to get your mind off of everything that happened within the day. It helps me just, get my mind off of the work. Or probably once every 2 days I'll play like some Rainbow Six Siege, or yeah, pretty much Rainbow currently. What do you say when you shoot a basketball? Kobe, Curry, or MJ? But we're not talking about like who's the best. Like, we don't care. Like, what do you say? Reggie. Okay, that's some good knowledge right there. Reggie. Damn. I had a friend who was a professional trader. He always said, if something is free, it's suspect. He only valued things that were full price. I kind of agree, though. That's the thing. I kind of agree, but the thing with me is I never trusted anyone online. Like, my worst, and that's the thing though. Like, my worst fear as an upcoming trader or someone in the space that did not know anything about it was to get scammed. So I took the hard route and be like, okay, I'm not gonna buy any course. I'm not gonna learn from anyone, but I'm gonna do some heavy backtesting sessions. That's what I'll do. Okay, so 47% of people said Kobe out of 79 votes. That's crazy. All right, guys, we actually need to lock in right now because we're probably going to have a trade within the next few minutes. I love this current trade right here. I am going to look to trade very soon. I'm going to look to enter a trade very soon, my brothers. So let's see here. I'll sell What is that account? Okay, that's good. That's the account that I traded yesterday with you guys. So let's see, my brothers. I'll put a limit order right here. So we're gonna try to short. We're gonna try to short this. Probably gonna have to add within this position, guys. I won't lie. This range is so big. We probably will have to face some hardships within there, but you know, we'll see. We'll see. Definitely looking for a potential scalp from 227. Let's rack up another win here. Come on, chat. Let's make that 24 and 6 for 4 KD. Yeah, so Afiz couldn't be there today. If I get picked up here, I will be very happy. Very happy. Come on. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. See if we get the retracement here. Please just give it to me. Where the 5 just closed as a good reversal bar. Bring us back towards this unfilled 5. Fill me in, and then we'll fight. All right, just don't go. Just don't leave me. You'll be heavy with that pizza, yeah, definitely. Yeah, damn. Also, if we do 24, if it is 24, it will be Kobe's number. Man, that could be a sign. Could be a sign, chat. Getting late, bro. Come on. Pick me up. Pause. Come on. I need that. Need that shit. I'm gonna try to be in heavy if it pulls back though. Just gonna have a better entry. Keep it 100. Keeping it 100 with you guys. So let's reach the second like goal, guys. We are currently at 306 likes. For me to be giving away a second 150k select account, I need 350. Okay, and then we'll do 450 for the third, and then 550 for the fourth. I want to give away today. I'm alone. I am solo dolo, but we love those sessions. You guys know those are the personal sessions where, you know, I respond to all the questions. We get deep. The lore, intimate. Yeah, exactly. Very intimate. We're building some lore to talk about in the future. I'm gonna get picked up here. Come on, pick me. You have to answer just right here. I just want to be in here. I don't want to be a dick for a tick. I entered shorts. Let's see what it does. Really like this entry overall. If it opens up higher, I would definitely not I would not be against entering with heavier size, considering the fact that I will just have a premium price for a short. If it decides to open up lower, which is really what I would want to, then I would say aiming for the 202 target is going to be a pretty easy money trade here. So let's see. Easy money trade, my brother. Come on, chat. Let's see if we can get that little 22 handle play. The 24 win 6 loss. Right now, it's pretty much a mental stop loss if you're asking me, because I'm in pretty light. But I'm gonna be in heavy if it decides to open up higher. Pizza's on the way. Pizza's getting delivered. No, everything is good. Everything is great. Laugh Gucci. Let's bang on some shorts right here. Come on. Come on, my brothers. 58. 1 minute prior. Come on. Just don't push on the opposite side. Come on. Come on, chat. Lock in. Let's lock in. Let's lock the F in. Very strong close, guys. I love it. This is amazing. Even if it opens up, I'm good. I really like this play. For me, off of this 5 break, the next one will print and just slime us back down. Come on. 13 points away. Could be huge now, right at the open. Could be huge right now, right at the open. Could be huge right now, right at the open. And sweeps the low, rejects. Oh my god. What an L open right here. What an L opener. What an L opener right here, chat. Can we flip right now, though? I'm gonna put my stop loss to break even here. I am not risking this shit. Come on, flip, 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 flip. Yes. Bang! Come on, boy! Talk to me nice, boy! Come on! What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Talk to me nice, man. 24 and 6. 4. KD on the street. Every trade taken live on Tradeify TV. Who does that better? Who? Tell me. Tell me who. Please. Come on, chat. W's in the chat right here. We're hyped. Every time the freaking 8 p.m. opens, we are on the right side of this fucking train. Come on, boy. That's how we do it. Top tick the shit also. Top tick that shit also. Yeah, look, those are the 2 trades I took with you guys. Hopefully we can see that. Can we see that from yesterday? No, that's Monday. We don't see the execution after a certain moment, but easy money trade. I was not being a dick for a tick. I think I would have not even gotten picked up if I did not answer there. I am so smart. I'm actually so smart, chat. W glaze. W self glaze right here. A little 500 here for the team. 23 points. Little ass stop loss too. GG's. GG's, guys. Spam some freaking W's in the chat. That's what we want to see. He really is him. Thank you, Joey. If I have the approval of my brother Joey Morgan in the chat right here, telling me that I'm him, knowing that he's him in the first place, then I'm good. So that pizza will definitely hit different tonight, knowing that yesterday we won on the Asia session. Today we won during the Asia session. We got to make the sheet clean for the whole week. It's 4 wins bare minimum. 4 wins bare minimum, you know? It would have been bad if I talked all the, all the session. You're like, yo, guys, it's really important to back this and, have good, have a really good understanding of, your data, and then take the trade and get smashed. That would have been bad. Yeah. All right, guys. 400 likes, 450 likes for the 3rd like goal. So make sure to like the stream, subscribe to the channel. Also, we are on an absolute freaking heater. You know, we're taking those base hit trades. You see, like, I don't need much. Give me 20 points. Give me a chart that has price and time, and I'm good. Give me the APM open, and I'll tell you the story. Damn. Damn. The W's, guys. Let's go. Now, let's try to give back to you guys. Give back to the community. What do you think of volume profile? I think it's good. I think it's good to. It's always a concept that, you know, a lot of people bring that concept up. They're like, do you use volume profile? Do you use the footprint chart? Do you use bookmap? And this is the simple answer. In my opinion, those tools are things that you have in your trading to add confluences and to filter out the difference between an A+ setup to a C setup. Volume profile will help you do that because you'll add layers of confluence. If you don't already have a framework that is telling you why price moves from A to B, you're in some bullshit, even if you're using volume profile. Because you don't know how to trade in the first place. So just adding extra layers of confluence, if you don't have a solid framework on how to read price action, is, I would say, pointless. So it's exactly like a lot of concepts like SMT divergence, the footprint, you know, the TPO chart. You still need a good level of understanding, like VWAP also. Like, those are great. Those could be the core of your system, but you still need more than just those tools, in my opinion, to justify the reason why someone who's going against you would lose over the long run. Damn. Can you quote that right here? If you don't know why someone who's going against you would lose over the long run, you're probably gambling. Let's go gambling. Now, that's exactly my usual setup for the APM, by the way. Can you explain the reason for that short? Yeah, for sure. So for me, wicks do the damage, bodies tell the story. So here, what are you seeing right now? Are you seeing buyers or are you seeing sellers? For me, I am seeing sellers. Okay, sellers are the one controlling the market. Buyers are being squeezed. If you're breaking out and you have liquidity resting below you, what do you think is most likely going to happen? If you look at this chart right here, okay, and this was a 1 minute candle, would you buy or would you sell the next bar? I would full port shorts. Why? I would not think that price would reverse until we take out this low and this low right below us. So knowing that APM is a catalyst, that basically an open of a session, then there will be an increase of volatility, an increase of liquidity in the market. And when I would say there is those liquidity pools right below me, it becomes a really easy money target, easy money play to take. Of course, it goes deeper than this, and but this is pretty much the overall reasoning behind. But it goes deep. It goes deep, really deep. Gotta listen to that quote again. It kind of broke my brain. Yeah, that quote is deep. You gotta remember that quote. If you can't explain why someone who's going against you would lose over the long run, you're gambling. How deep is deep? You gotta tell me, Joey. I don't know how deep it can go. You know it. You have more. You have more. End of the sentence. You have more. Thoughts on the news wick this morning at around 10:30ish. All right, I think I saw. Yeah, well, you'll see those kind of wicks happening at 10:30. Like pretty much, the 10:30 is a moment is a very important moment. The IB creation. So A period, B period closes. So the first hourly candle of the RTH chart is closing. There will be an influx of volatility at 9:30. Sorry, at 9:30 and 10:30. So I would say, like, was that really a tweet? Because I saw those candles in the past happening quite often, seeing like a pretty huge push exactly at 10:30. It's not really something that surprises me a lot. If it's randomly at like 11:28, all right, I'm gonna be like, fuck. But here, yo, pause. Do data wicks usually fill fully? That's a concept I think that someone else in the space teaches. I think it's Ryan, if I'm not mistaken, and Dodgy. I don't trade that way, or I don't have any sort of data gathered towards that. You know, the fact that those data wicks get filled. Does this seem pretty accurate? Yes. But do I have a system regarding it? No. So I can't really guide you towards what I think about it overall. Yeah, it's not a concept that I was able to get a good grasp of, or like that is really meaningful in my system. How many contracts did you go in for that scalp? One mini contract. E-mini Nash deck. One E-mini Nash deck. What if you're addicted to gambling? Then you just DCA. You just DCA. At a certain point, it will pull back. Asking for a friend. I'm logging the shit. Bro, that looks good, bro. That looks definitely good for a long. I won't lie. Look at how this 15 is gonna close. If it closes bullish and is strong, I would project that the next candle has more chances of closing bullish within this gap than actually going back down towards this internal low without at least filling 37. That would be my play. So if it pushes and hits 37, then I go BE. But before that, yeah, I'll be long. So if you can scalp from here, probably to that 15-minute gap, that would be cool. I think if you see a snatch back right here from the next 3 minutes, I would definitely get out. That for a fact. If we reclaim the open, that would be bad. Like this right here would be my line of, how do you guys call it? Line in ascent? How do you guys call that in English? Invalidation level. That's how you can say it. Moss, what Nick do to you? He does that. Yeah, he actually does just DCA. Bro, I think it's a good strat, bro. I actually think it's a good strat. If you're daily, if you have like a good daily framework, I don't think it's a bad thing. They're basically like always hedging or something. Yeah, line in the sand. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was. Not line of defense. Line of defense, I know. Line in the sand. Okay. My chart froze for a second. Okay, chat. Let's see how many likes do we have currently. We currently have 406. Chat, what the fuck is that? That's weak. That is too weak for me. Come on. 450. I'm giving away a 150k select count. Okay. 406 likes. I think we've had 400 likes for the for the last minute. So 450 likes. we'll do a 150k select account. So make sure to smash the thumbs up. I want to give away at least 4 accounts tonight, just to be like, yo, Brad, I was alone today. Like I was alone in the session. No one was with me. I was feeling bad and stuff. Like, easy code. Yeah. Also, yeah, Brand is here. I forgot. Always here backing me up. You see, like, you guys told me, what if, what if the new producer, what if the old producer, Tony, was the reason why we won so much? Brand was here. I think the record with Brand is 3-0 currently, so not bad. I think the last 3, I think 3 trades, 3 wins, no, 4 trades, 3 wins, 1 break even, or probably multiple break evens. I don't exactly remember, but
I get to keep my job for another week, I think.
yeah. Exactly, yeah. If I don't lose, Brand, just, you'll keep your job. You're good, bro.
Yeah, please don't lose.
Do we get a free account? You get a free account if you're lucky. You gotta be lucky though.
People just don't like free stuff, it seems.
Yeah, you guys don't like free stuff, as Brent said. We are currently at 450 likes. That's good. So for the fourth account, I'll ask for 550 likes for the 150k select. Guys, do not force me to pull the rug pull at the end of the session because you guys are at like 525 at 8:30 p.m. All right, there's 15 minutes left for this session to close. All right. The amount of overtime we did is crazy. We're waiting like, I remember last time where we waited at least like 8 minutes for the trade to go on. Okay, strong open here. That's good. Okay, we're probably gonna see 35 here. Let's see. I don't like the longs as much with how we close, but very strong open. Very strong open. I would say my next target would definitely be this gap at 35. Until then, I would not be bearish. Especially with this strong break. Looks very good. Looks very good. Am I gonna do something about it? No. We're just I already took my trade. My high probability 8 p.m. play. Yeah, you're right. You're actually right though. All right, chat. If by 8:25 p.m. we don't have 550 likes, it's for sure gonna be only 3 accounts and not 4. Right? So make sure to like the stream, subscribe to the channel too. I'm gonna start running the giveaways. We could start right now actually, so we don't fall behind in time. Okay. I think the first word, everyone knows it. Give me some inspiration, chat, but I think you guys know the first word. First word is easy. It is so easy. If you watch for like 30 minutes, you know. You definitely know. A Moss XXL. No, okay, the word is Kobe. All right. Because we talked about Kobe because I don't know, someone said show me your form in basketball, and I did this. I'm not gonna fully extend, fuck it, but and then all right, let's do it. Okay, congrats, Romila Slan or Ramil Aslan 3958. Congrats, brother, you won a 150k select account. Make sure to type in the chat right now so we know you're here, and also to have your email in your YouTube description, okay, so we can send you the account. Yeah, when I was talking about Kobe, I was just showing my form overall in basketball, and I was getting fried by the chat. But usually, when you throw a shot at the park, you say Kobe after. If you don't say if you say anything else than Kobe, you're probably either above 50 or below 20 years old. All right, so let's do nothing wrong about it though. All right, now let's do the second word. Let me think about it. What can we do for the second word, chat? Give me inspiration. Give me some inspiration. Let me think about it. What can I? I think pizza's too default though. We've done that before. It needs to be better. It needs to be. You think about it. Okay. That's a good word. I think we talked a lot about this. All right. Next word is expectations. Expectations. So we were talking about, I think someone asked me a question about over risking, over trading in general. I was like, okay, it starts like this. You start, it's either you have huge psychological issues because you need the money. Yeah, you can select the winner right now, Brent. I don't see it. Okay, Jordan Manzoor 529. Congrats, brother. You won 150k select account from Tradeify. Make sure to have your email in your YouTube description and also to type in the chat right now so we know you're here. But yeah, I was talking about the overall, psychological the overall psychological issues that most people have, and it's like you're either in need of the money. If you're in need of the money, then you need to make sure that you work more so you don't need the money anymore to survive. But then even if you don't need the money, you still need to be over prepared. And I think under preparation is a big reason why a lot of people will have psychological issues, because number one, they don't know the true, they don't have the right expectations of their strategies. They think that the strategy should give them more, when in reality, if they had a lot of data, they would know, okay, I should be content with having 4 or 5 hours in a month, maybe winning 4 or 5 trades more than I lose in a month. And then once you are over prepared, once you have all your plays in your playbook, then now you know that you can make money, so you have expectations, and it becomes hard for you to manage them. So like there's always a new step, always always a new difficulty, I would say, to the charts. And I said there's kind of nothing that you can do for expectations now, but I said, like, be grateful. All right, next word. Let me know when it's ready. All right, next word. Shout out to someone in the chat. Pineapple. Pineapple. If you put pineapple on your pizza, you're weird. You're weird. Congrats. Annihilator 907. Congrats. You won a 150k select account from Tradeify. Make sure to have your email in your YouTube description and also to type in the chat right now so we know you're here. So now, guys, let me see the like goal. We are currently at 516. We need 550 likes for me to do the last giveaway. I already know my word. Okay, the word is already ready. So yeah, in 2 minutes, guys. You guys have 2 minutes to hit the like goal, or we're definitely rugging this. 2 minutes to hit 550. Come on, chat. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Coming back, and we better have 550. All right, coming back. All right, guys, I'm back. Let's see how many likes we have. We do have 568. Okay, chat, come on. Just let's reach 600. That's an easy 600 right here. Easy, come on. 24 and 6 currently within the last 30 trades. This is fucking crazy. If I think about it, really, if I take a step back, within the last 30 trades that either resulted in a win or a loss, I won 24 and lost 6. That's kind of crazy. And I made so many mistakes. Like I looked back at some trades that I took with you guys, and I was like, damn, I got stopped break even. And I look so dumb for that because I knew exactly what was gonna happen. Being greedy, come on, bro. Why is Nightbot picking winners that did not type? It's impossible. It's impossible. Does that include the $10 break even? I don't include any break evens. If I said I went break even and I ended up losing 10 bucks, oh god, I'm not counting it. Okay, the last person did not. Last person did not type in the chat. That's what they're saying. Can you confirm that, Brent? I think he didn't, if they're saying that. Yeah, he's right here. Yeah, he's right here. You guys try to... He's here, but chill. Alright, guys, let's do the last word because we reached 550. So, let me just do that right here. Yeah, they tried to rug you. I know you later, bro. They tried. Last word, sleeper build. Shout out to someone in the chat also. That's I saw you typing that word. But if you did not know, I have a sleeper build, so stop saying I'm skinny. All right. Everyone is always saying I'm skinny, but I'm not. All right. I'm actually big. All right. Congrats. Oh shit. Bert Jacobo. Congrats, brother. You won the 150k select account. My bravo. He's always in the freaking Asia chat too. Deserved. Absolutely freaking deserved. He's always in the Asia chat. Congrats, my brother. We cannot, unfortunately, beat the rigged allegation on that one, but it is what it is. It's someone that is very, very active in this chat. So congrats, brother. We appreciate you for being so active in the chat. Also, a lot of people here are very active. If we're ever doing a in real life meeting, I better see every single one of you in this chat. I'm crushing a massive New York strip steak right now and it's life. Yo. I'm starving right now, Joey. I can literally eat my hand. How much do you bench? I bench 265. Yeah, but I weight 150 or 150 or 155. But yeah, I have like a I'm definitely definitely pretty lean. I bench enough, yep. All right, guys, cap. All right, bro. I swear to God. All right. All right, I'm gonna film a video of it, and then we're gonna watch it during the Asia stream. All right. Muscle ups. I can probably do 10 back-to-back muscle ups. I can probably, we can stream a gym session. I can do 32 or 33 pull-ups back to back. But I'm not gonna speak about it. Appreciate you guys so much. Stop saying cap in the chat. You guys are crazy. Appreciate you guys so much for the love, for the support. This was an amazing session. We took a dub, making us currently 24-6 within the last 30 trades that resulted either in a win or a loss. So again, much love, guys. You guys are the best chat in the game. Asia session stream is killing it. So make sure to manage your risk properly. We're going to be Wednesday tomorrow, so definitely quite some days left for the week. Again, much love, guys, and I see you guys tomorrow at the same time. Peace out.